A lot of literature about psychological distress. So we've seen a lot of fear studies come out for ACL injury, and that's something we maybe underestimate. And a lot of our standard of care is to simply refer the athlete to like psychological testing. Like we don't really know what to do as physical therapists, as athletic training clinicians about this. It's very difficult. So there was a series of very interesting studies on our soldiers coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. And they have PTSD a lot of times. And there was a psychologist out of Texas, and he found that, well, there's an interesting phenomenon happening with these soldiers that had PTSD. You can think of injury event with high fear as a PTSD-like event. And he found that the Marines and the Army guys who were on patrol a lot, even if they had nothing happen to them, they had very high rates of PTSD relative to operators, which are like SEALs, Rangers, the guys who operate at night. And what he isolated was that most of this was due to the locus of control. So if you're an operator, you sleep all day, you pick your targets, if the weather's bad, you don't go, you pick your load out, everything's up to you. You press the action and you leave the city when you want. You have all the locus of control if you're one of these elite level warfighters. If you're just a grunt Marine or Army guy, you're told, patrol this road, hopefully you don't blow up, good luck, right? And so they would have nothing happen, but they still have horrific PTSD, but the operators wouldn't have it. So this locus of control is extremely important, and this is just some neural data that talks about it, but I want to get to the clinical implications for you. There are two things you can do that can facilitate this. One is you have your patient come in, they've lost their locus of control, they've had an injury. Normally they have a lot of power as an athlete, and now they just do whatever you say. Number one is, say you want to work on quad activation. You say, here's the list of 10 quad exercises, you pick the 3 you want to do today. Now you may think it's extremely small, but this really changes their brain activation for this self-controlled learning phenomenon. If you're interested, we have a couple of papers we can talk about it. And then the other thing you can do is, when you're giving them feedback on how to move, so normally it's in our instincts to like give them feedback all the time because you want them to move really well for you. What you need to do is you just say, you do the movements, tell me when you want me to give you feedback, I won't say anything. And you allow them to have control. So this is all about restoring control of the rehab to them, and you get a very beneficial brain activation profile for it, which helps facilitate extinguishing fear.